This is your orchestration tutor, Thomas Goss, and I thought I'd take a little time out of the preparations for the next segment of Composer of the Month to read to you guys a few of the answers that I've given to some people who've sent me questions recently. I get many different questions from different subscribers about different topics, and usually it's for feedback on a piece that they might be working on, but often I'll get a more general type of question which could almost be made into a segment itself. So with that in mind, here are some answers to some questions that I've gotten recently.
I want to write something original, but I don't know how to start it. Can you give me some ideas and skills?
I can't give you anything that you don't already have, but if you can arrange like you've shown on your channel, then I'm sure that you have it in you to write something original. I suggest that you listen to many different pieces of music. Try not to judge, but when you do hear a piece that is especially meaningful, make a note of it and then move on. After you've heard maybe a couple of hundred pieces, then go back to your list of favorites and listen to them again. What was it about them that resonates in you? Then when you compose, you must experiment and be prepared not only to make many attempts, but also to throw many ideas away and start over frequently. Don't be too self-critical, though. Turn to others for constructive criticism. I suggest that you start small, just a piece for piano or other solo instrument at first, or at most just a piece for strings as you have already arranged. Then gradually add more instruments until you can compose confidently and you don't have to constantly backtrack to get things right. As to skills, just keep watching my channel and surfing around YouTube for other tutorials. There are many out there on all different topics related to music education.
Hello, I'm looking for new modern composers to gain ideas from. Could you name some of your favourites? It seems you have good taste.
I would suggest that you just go to my list of friends and subscribers and start surfing through their many channels. Some composers are quite accomplished, others are just beginning. Some, like yourself, have not yet posted their efforts, but hopefully will soon. And some channels have copious uploads of different contemporary and classical music, which are an education in themselves. Also, please view my segments on score reading, which feature several scores of essential works for study. And of course, my monthly composer segments will be featuring new music on a regular basis, and some of those composers are at the top of their field. One of the best composers I know of today is Carolyn Yarnell, though she's not yet on YouTube. Her colleagues in the Common Sense Composers Collective are also pretty damn good. Next major film composer, I think, Marco Beltrami, who I predict will have the same reputation and stature of Jerry Goldsmith in about a decade. Check out his score for Mimic.
I had a question regarding your methods for scoring. For me, I like to sketch on a grand staff and then later return and pencil in some notes for colours, who will play what. I took this from a Debussy sketch I saw at my college's Library of Afternoon of a Form. What's your method for deciphering orchestration?
That is a valid technique. Many orchestrators use a 3 to 6 staff sketch technique with 1 to 2 staves each for strings, brass, and winds, and percussion if needed. The idea is to have as few staves as possible at first, so that you can visually condense the idea as you orchestrate. It helps with broader scoring, and you can always adjust the amount of staves as you go. I recommend this technique if you're getting started as an orchestrator and if you want to be very organized and detailed in your technique. You want to know my method? Well, I'm an old hand by this time, with over 20 hours of orchestrated music performed and/or recorded professionally. As my craft has grown, my available time has shrunk, so I generally just use my imagination to build a very clear mental picture of exactly what the music should sound like, and then I score it direct to Sibelius. Sometimes I will just put all the strings on a couple of staves if I'm on a desperate roll, but generally I score it as I hear it, one of the advantages of hopefully a well-trained ear. But leading up to this, I've used every type of approach to scoring that there is. Pencil sketches, condensed staff, the method that you're trying out, piano score, sequencing to notation, notating and realizing recorded improvisations or ideas, and writing directly to pre-printed orchestra paper. The technique I use now is the result of many years of trial and error, combined with my developing skill as an orchestrator.
You said I had greater gifts than video game music composing. It seems to be the only kind of music I'm completely passionate about composing.
I think you have potential. I tend to think of composers as containers. Some are small and you've seen their contents a million times, and there's never going to be much room for much else. Some are large containers with not much in them yet, but what there is promising, with a touch of originality that's compelling, as with you. You're a subscriber now, and on my channel that means something. Mainly that I'll look after you with feedback and encouragement as long as you give a damn and keep posting new works. As a video game composer, you will need to learn how to orchestrate anyway, especially if you're doing epic music to fantasy or action-based RPGs. Funny though, how that can lead to a career doing anything: films, commercials, crossover arranging, you name it. Listen to everything you can get your hands on, and I'll check in again with you soon. Feel free to ask for advice anytime. So that's it for this edition of the Orchestration Online Mailbag. When I have accumulated enough letters like this that have some general information for everybody, I'll do another one. In the meantime, get ready for some more new uploads coming up over the next 2 weeks. I've got some really special things, start of a couple new series that I think you'll enjoy, and a really great Composer of the Month segment coming right up in just a couple of days.